before I get into the rules, I want you to understand that this is a very fast-paced game. A lot of things happen that you're not going to see. As a result, we do what's called active marshalling. So, if a marshal, and you are all known as juggers, this is straight from the movie, so you're all known as juggers. If a marshal gets in front of you or touches you with the stab and says jugger down, you just immediately drop because something happened. You got hit, whatever the case is, you just immediately drop and begin your 5 count. What is the 5 count he's talking about? Well, I'm glad you asked. So, if Aiden and I are on opposite teams, we're hooking and jabbing somewhere on the field, I get Aiden. Aiden drops to a knee and begins a very loud and steady 5 count of 1001, 1002. You get all the way to 1005. He rises straight up, declares up, and now he's back in the game. All right? So, death from behind is a thing. So if someone comes up behind you and DFBs you, you're immediately, you drop down, you begin your 5 count. And again, very loud count, very steady. And it does not look like, because we've seen people do that. And if we see you do that or hear you do that, it will be jugger down and you will begin the count again. Yeah.
Do we get legged?
Yes, yeah, and if you are wounded, we're hooking, jabbing, and boom, I get him on the arm.
Right.
But he doesn't want to fight on roulette. He can regenerate by immediately initiating a 5 count.
Okay.
Commit suicide.
Regenerate in place.
Okay.
Now, here's what you cannot do. 1005. And then engage that, because as soon as you're up, you have to stay up and begin your involvement in the game. You cannot be counting and then get up to here, look around, see what's most advantageous,
And then say up.
and then
Okay.
go after it. No, it is.
Gotcha.
Do your 5 count, say you're up, back in.
You also can't stay down. Correct, right?
All right, good.
So here's the thing. If this person is really a valuable player on the other side, right? Aiden and I are hooking and jabbing. Let's say he's the slash, or for whatever reason, I don't want him to come back in at a 5 count, right? We get him. He immediately begins his 5 count. Now, I, with my sword, can do what's called a pin. I hold it on his chest, and I must look him in the eye the whole time, saying, you are pinned, you are pinned, you are pinned. And he'll go through his 5 count, but he cannot rise unless I either let him go or one of his teammates comes along and they could kill me, in which case now he's
You can
now he's
DFB him
immediately
from
free.
behind.
Yeah, you can totally get me while I'm doing that. But if I'm doing this, you are pinned, you are pinned, he can immediately break that contact and he's back into it again. So I have to be looking him in the eyes, looking nowhere else. If I find he's valuable, I could, it's a strategic application, so you decide how you're going to employ that, okay?
If I kill you, can she pin you?
Another player?
When he
No,
drops
because you have to break contact in order to do that, in which case then that person comes up. So if you kill them and you pin them, now, mind you, I think I understand what you're saying. If someone kills her and she's in the middle of her count,
1001.
I come along, I'm not the one who killed her, I can go, you are,
1003,
yes, you can do that, because
1004,
you're the one who initiated the pin.
Okay.
And you can go, I'm pinned, I'm pinned.
Yes,
Your team
if
can.
you're pinned, scream out to your teammates, somebody kill this person, I am pinned.
But
Do
anyone
what you
can
want.
pin, right? If they find someone else
Anyone can
down?
pin.
Okay.
But I guess her question was, can you chain pin? Like I'm pinning, I'm a valuable person and I'm pinning her. Not that I am, but then somebody else could come along. You are pinned, you are pinned, you are pinned, and somebody else could come along and then.
You initiate the pin, you let go, they're up.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Whoever initiates the pin gets up. That doesn't mean like I killed her, therefore I have to be the one who pins.
Okay.
Somebody else can do that.
Somewhere in
I
the
could come along and someone's in the middle of their count. I'll be like, oh, you're valuable.
All right.
You were pinned, you were pinned, you were pinned.
The
Okay.
quick with the dagger probably should not pin anyone.
Oh, you have to let them figure that out.
No, that's
You
not
have to let them
fair.
figure that out. That is.
No.
How
we
can
have
you
seen.
how can you just put the skull on the spike if you're pinning him?
No.
Exactly, but we have seen teams do some really ridiculous and silly things. We've seen the quick pinning the other quick. You know, it's like,
We'll be here all day. Mutually assured destruction.
yeah, it's like,
Everyone
no,
else is just spree.
no. Okay, so, anyway, so we were talking about the quick there. So we have a dagger?
Dagger. Pretend this is a dagger.
Okay, we got a dagger. No worries. Here's a dagger. All right, so I am the quick. I am the only one who is allowed to touch the dog skull. That means if I'm a fighter, I am not allowed to go.
Oh,
Kick that around. I can't. No, you can't do that.
I forgot about that.
The quick is the only one who can move the dog skull. Okay, now mind you, we're not gonna. If you're, if it's behind you, you accidentally, touched it or something like that. Not a big deal. But you cannot deliberately Move the dog skull. The quicks are the only one who can.
Hey, can you toss it down the field to yourself sequentially?
Negative, negative.
What
the quick
happens-
must actually move this down there. You can't and nor can you do this, because I've seen people do this. I'm moving with the skull, I'm the quick, somebody kills me, I go, ah! And toss it further down the field. You cannot do that. It drops where you are.
Right. Just to clarify, if you're the quick and you're holding the skull and you die, it drops at your feet.
Correct. 1001, 1002. I'm beginning
so
my.
the other quick can come get
You
it
are
from
pinned.
where
You
are.
are
There you
pinned.
go. Exactly.
You are pinned.
And all the pinning, got to do it from in front of them.
Okay.
Just so you're aware. All right.
Okay.
So if you're doing it from the side, because you can't really make eye contact from the side,
Is this front enough?
just get in front of them.
Okay.
Yeah. Just get in front of them.
Just no rules on it.
So,
Okay.
should the quick get dropped
Mm-hmm.
and he does his count and there's nobody there, he can just pick that up and start
Stand
going
up.
again?
Proceed
yell
again.
up,
Okay.
then
Yeah.
pick it up again.
Well,
Correct.
I've seen that happen. I've seen a quick die, drop the skull, count, get up, and then walk all the way over to the
'Cause
spike.
nobody-
Because
no one was
yeah,
paying
no one was
attention.
paying
The other dude
attention.
got,
So
like,
you
right
have to
on the
up
spike.
and then pick up the skull.
Correct.
Then
'Cause
you're back in the
right
game.
now, I'm not in the game.
Right.
1002, 1003, get all the way to 1005. Up. Now I'm in the game.
Okay.
I can kick it and go.
Okay.
Okay. So, and don't worry, like I said, this is a very fast-paced thing. You're gonna see a lot of some clumps will emerge, and then they'll break free, and then a clump will emerge, and stuff is happening that you haven't seen. Like I said, if the marshal goes, jug her down. You do not argue it. You do not say anything other than right-o, and then and down we go.
Because
Okay.
he is a large, heavy stick and you can go.
So
Now you're
yes,
down.
now you're down. Because trust me, there's times when someone, we have seen it before. Someone's about to DFB somebody, and something happened, and the guy was like, "Oh, wait a minute, I'm not gonna." He was gonna DFB you, or someone actually did DFB you, but because you were moving, you never saw the blade go past. The guy got you, but you. So, all the rules required for regular DFB remain the same. You are dead from behind, my lord. Okay. You do that. You lay it on the shoulder. If for example. Well,
If you're running, we will also make
yeah,
you-
if you're running, we will say, jug her down, and you will begin it right there. Okay?
How fast can you go? Just a fast walk?
As long
We'll
as
do it
one
again.
heel
He
is
wants to
always
give
on the
it on.
ground.
He
As
wants
long
to
as one
give it
heel is
on.
always on the ground. You can go as fast as that
He
allows you to
doesn't want to
go.
record it on
You
camera.
could do it
But
Atlantean
if you
run.
get, to the point where even just a little bit, that
Okay.
technically counts as a run, even though you thought you had one heel down. Negative goes right to that pattern as well.
I cannot run.
Okay.
My heels, my heels will catch.
It wasn't stated, but I thought the quick also cannot kick the skull.
Correct.
That's right.
The quick must move the skull suchly.
Right.
Okay.
I want to clarify that
Cannot
because
run.
you explain to other people.
The quick
things
is
that
not
they
allowed to
lost
run.
the rule.
Nobody can run.
I like that.
Everybody has to have one heel on the ground. Now, the quicks, however, here's how it starts. Dog skull starts in the center of the circle. Team A is on that side of the circle, Team B is on this side of the circle. You cannot cross the halfway point until the quicks go into the circle, lay-on begins, and then they've got two knives. And they're trying to do whatever they can in order to get that skull. And now this duel happens, nobody can interfere, right? It's like Highlander, right? Once the battle starts, okay? But let's say, I knife him, I grab the skull, he's counting, and as soon as I get out of here, the marshals will call circle broken. And as soon as that is called,
You are pinned. You
it is
are
everybody
pinned.
in. It is everybody on, okay? And then you are trying to get this skull down to the stake. Here's how.
Find your stake, guys.
Which one is? There's a lot of upright ones.
Yeah, any steak counts, right?
No. All the time.
I don't think so.
I get over here and I go, ha,
Jam it in the hole.
and I lay it on here, ha. Does not count because it's not staying on its own. So what'll happen is you get it on there, and then you get it on finally, and then the marshal will see it. It stays on its own. They'll call it point. All right. Now in the movie, they played until for 100 stones is what they would play for each round. What we typically do, it doesn't usually go to that, but we play for a 3-minute round. Now. That is a long time. Well, it's even longer in this, trust me. so we play until 3 minutes or until somebody scores. Okay? If a round goes by where no one has scored, you will proceed into the next round with 0-0. Whoever has the most points at the end of said amount of time is declared the victor. Okay? So I think that is pretty much
How do we
everything.
know who is on your team? When you are wearing your mask, I will drop a cowl. That
Yep.
way everybody matches and you know your friends.
That way you don't have to memorize somebody's outfit. It's just blue versus green.
Pick Crips or Turtles.
That's
Choice
it.
of gang.
Nice.
All right, so we need 5 and 5.
Who wants to be with us?
Three.
There we go. I
We
will
need 2
join
teams of
whatever
5.
team needs a.
I believe I'm on this side of the battlefield.
All right.
All right then.
So we all cover together.
So what do we got? We got 4, and we need 1 more over here.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Perfect.
Now